So we're on Monday. We'll get my review of Yowamushi Pedal episode 11, Glory Line, season 4 of Yowamushi Pedal. It was a great episode, yeah. Finally back some good episodes here. I will say that the battle was a little underwhelming in my opinion. It wasn't the best episode. The battle was short, but I really loved the Mamani in class. That was fantastic. I love that moment there. She's like, it's like I want to go there. Yeah, first of all, right, where Aya and so on, right, they can go with the school, of course, even not being in the class. But the school is already going to the tournament anyway. But clearly she has to go there alone, right? She has to go there without any assistance from anyone, paying the trip for herself and so on. She has to be like, no, I don't want to go there. She has to sunder it all the way, right? Gets up there on the mountain trip, is like, I guess it's nice view up here. And then he comes, she drops the bottle, and she managed to get him, give him the bottle, of course. And I love a man of he's all like, alone trip, eh? He's like, class rep, how you kind of tonsor there, he knows. He's in head right, and he turned into this like, knight on this white horse, and she's like, and it's this pink background. It was like a great scene, full of love, right? That love is really, that was a great moment. They're building up, of course, on the final of the first year, right? So it was a great moment. And to me, absolutely the best moment in the episode. The actual battle final was a little short. I kind of liked, though, generally how he's like Shinka is like, I see how he's steady in pace. He's very like slow and steady kind of guy. He just goes for it. Doesn't have any tricks. There's no special abilities. He just kind of goes very strictly forward. And that is definitely Uno. So it's a good observation, I suppose, of that. And that was pretty fun to hear and so on. But yeah, I think that battle was, it was what it was, right? Not very special, but decently entertaining and so on. But it's a clear setup there for our next battle, right? For the climbing, what's this called? It's green, right? Oh god, the sprinter is red, that's green. Hope I'm correct now, or otherwise it's the reverse. But I think green is it's a climber, right? But anyway. I mean, they're clearly gonna fight about that later on. He's like, oh, it's a draw. And it's like, oh, you call it a draw? Right? Yeah, so it's like, no, I don't draw. So it's like, yeah, of course, they're gonna have to battle again then, right? So it's not a draw anymore. But otherwise, I felt the match was pretty good. Not necessarily only then win or lose. I generally felt personally, it was like, why would you burn yourself out here? What's the point of getting to your teammate so much quicker? There are two up there anyway, and they hit alone, so that helps him a lot. But Uno doesn't have to burn up to get 3 or 2 that fast, so it's strategically wise, it's almost better just go in there at a good pace, right, and actually not be exhausted. So I felt like, yeah, okay, he got to like a second later. Who cares? It's the middle of the race. Yeah, it's kind of like this guy's just very. But it's clearly setting up a next battle, right, for the green market. One thing I didn't like though, and then I think it was just hilariously how stupid it is. But why is Mr. Yoshi with him though? That to me is really weird. I mean, actually, generally it is a weird thing if there are 4 people there, because it's 2 guys from the same team, and then there are 2 different guys, right? And they all hate Mr. Yoshi, so they probably won't work him. And the other guy's very nice, right? So he's like, you don't want to work with Mr. Yoshi. So why would not those 3 guys, in worst case, work together to block him out and then go ahead? Or generally, why wouldn't, of course, Saw could go, further alone, right? Yeah, I think that was bad in my opinion. I think they should have been further ahead. Naruto again, it was cool, right? Also, they should have been further ahead, those 2 guys. They can put for each other, they can block for the other guys. Yeah, they should definitely be further ahead. It made no sense that they were exactly at the same place as the other 2 guys. It made no sense. They definitely should have been much further ahead. Unless they all 4 work together, which you probably can see in real life and so on, definitely. But Mr. Yoshi is like the devil himself, right? So they wouldn't work with him, yeah, that's the problem. He's like the absolute antagonist, super evil guy, everyone hates him. So if it was like those 2 plus, Hakone, that's fine. Like Hakone and Soku together, yeah, sure. But they wouldn't bring Mr. Yoshi with them. Especially Masako hates him the most, right? Yeah, probably. And Naruto, yeah, it's like the 2 characters hate him the most out there. So it's kind of like, yeah, there's no way they would work with him. So yeah, that it looked silly. That was a big mistake. They were all together there. But that alone though, he's there, whatever, they all work together for some reason or whatever, they try to pull away because they wait for the team or something, which seems too stupid, but yeah, because even if they don't want to, pull the head of the team, of course Naruto and Masakun would swap who's pulling and so on. With the other two guys, maybe could get into that thing, but they probably couldn't really, because there's 4 people of them, which means that those two would be less tired, right? So yeah, okay, they might not go ahead, but they could at least be less exhausted. Something should give them advantage being 2 up there. But anyway, then it just gets kind of funny for me though, and I just kind of accept it because it's just stupid. But it's so stupid that it's funny. I think more than it's being stupid. I will say though, it's more entertaining than being like, oh, this makes no sense, even though it makes no sense. Which is according to Yowamushi later on is invincible. It's like, how did he go? If you look at the video, I said it over and over again in reaction. I was like, where is Yowamushi? Like they're panning out here, showing Hakona and Sowoko, right? They're showing the road, they're showing these things. And I freaking knew, I said it over and over again, I was like, where is Mr. Yowamushi? He's nowhere here, yeah. Like, how did he disappear here? It made no sense for the first thing that he just disappeared to begin with, because they were all, as I mentioned, 4 together. So as soon as the other guy gets there, he's not there anymore. Yeah, as soon as the other team gets there, he just vanished from the road. It was like, that was really bad. That was bad though. Later on, he magically was behind him or something. I was like, oh, what a surprise! He's magically in the first. Like, yeah, this is so stupid that it gets kind of funny. But I'm more fine with that. The later is, oh, I'm actually first place, or like studying, Hakone. I think I'm more fine with that because he's like magically powerful, yeah. So that's fine. But why did they vanish, right? Yeah, that made no sense. So there were 4 of them, 2 more guys gets there, 6 of them. And then, of course, the rest of the team gets there, so 4 of them gets there less. And then he just disappears from the screen, yeah. And this is like, the next screen is gone. Like, that wouldn't make any sense. Like, he just pulled back. Imagine it relaxed, but it was more like he pulled back like 100 meters suddenly. Because he didn't just, go back from being in the lead there. He just like vanished from the whole road, right? And then they zoom out, and it's like, why is it here now? So there's one thing that they zoom out that he isn't there, because yes, that is also stupid that it suddenly is there anyway. But usually, if he was at least there when everyone got there, and we see them like, there are 3 against 6 against 1, and they would like pull out him. That would be one thing, and we see him kind of falling back there a bit. That would be good, but. So that was stupid. But later on though, I think it's just funny. It's just stupidly funny. It's like, oh, I was hiding behind in the shadows. It's like, how? It's like, I did it. I'm evil. It's like, okay, I guess he's evil. I guess he has powers that no one else has. And yeah, I don't know. It's just like, man, I knew, of course, it's gonna be like, oh, here Naruto goes alone. Yowamushi appears, of course, because he's also in the lead for some reason. And of course, he's like, also, my team is coming, and I know that. For some reason, he knows that. Also, shouldn't know that, but yeah, it's like, I know. I can feel your evil spirits or something. It's like, okay, he has a lot of powers. No, but the second time when he suddenly appeared, I think that was just comedic for me. It's so stupid, but it was funny. It's stupidly funny. But yeah, again though, it's like, man. The first time that he used vanish though, that was silly. The next time, I guess he reappears magically. It's kind of like, it's actually kind of better, but still, I never vanished. I was hiding in the shadows pretty much, right? I was always on the screen somewhere. That I really wish though, that they would have his like pink shirt or thing, like every now and then we see it, like, oh, you can't get to the bus. There was a kind of pink flag in the side, like he would like, pretend to hide somewhere. That would be good, yeah. That would be good, something like that. Man, it's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, one last thing I mentioned. I really liked how Naruto went into a tunnel, some kind of short tunnel. Even how long it is, because he's always leaving his team behind. Entering the tunnel makes it more isolated. So I like that. That it was like, he leaves his team. He's like, oh, now, and as soon as he leaves his team, he enters the tunnel. So just like a more of a decision screen there, and the next scene, then he's alone in this tunnel, right? So I think that was great. Actually, it's actually a very good way. How that was done, yeah, I really liked that. That was great. And then Mr. appears and just hilariously, it's like, oh, I'm magic, baby. I was hiding in the shadows with my magic abilities, basically. It's like, okay. One thing though, which I didn't like about it, was that Naruto should have left earlier though. Yeah, that was weird to me. He would wait for Tashima, but then it's like, no, he's too slow, I'll leave. Okay, I get it if like 1 second, but it felt like. They wait Teshima, discussed a bit more, waited a bit more, and then like, I'm leaving now. Yeah, that felt really stupid. He should have left right away, or maybe waited a little bit. But no, it was like he waited up till his deck. No, so it was like he waited 2 minutes and then he leaves. So he's leaving right away, right? So it's like, why would you do it? And of course, he's like, oh, it's the perfect time to leave. Last second, something. I was like, what? Whatever. I think it's a pretty good episode, even though the battle was way too short. Yeah, it would have been a bit longer. And Mr. Yoshi's man,